Hello. Hello. Just walking in the door. We've been gone since 9 o'clock this morning. We're all over the place. I think we went to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 antique malls today. 5. It's a lot. I'm just saying. And I have lost my voice a little bit because I have to put on the performance when we're in the car on the ride home. We have that radio station going that I love, which is Mosaic. Hi, Bug. And I know every song from the 90s, and I haven't heard them from years. So I have to jam out to every song. And Gino gets to experience it in all its glory. He's so lucky. But by the time I get home, I'm like, no voice. This is just a mess here. I have stuff from my previous haul, or my previous sale, I should say, still sitting here. I'm going to have to clean all this up tomorrow and get it ready to go. Ready. Go. There's little bits of leaves from these little boxes, these medicinal pharmacy boxes that still have the stuff in them. Those little leaves are everywhere. I don't know what it is. Alfalfa herb. Anyway. We went to Allen, Michigan today. We've been all over the place. We had dinner at this. We were just driving. We ended up in Sturgis, Michigan, or right before Sturgis. I forget the name of the town. But there was a steakhouse there out in the middle of nowhere, and the parking lot was full. And so we were like, let's try this place because the locals. Oh, you did? You'd probably be the only one, Bug. The sales are just crazy. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking of cutting back just to every other week, but I don't know. We'll just have to play it by ear and see what happens. I have a lot of fun stuff to show you, a lot of ephemera and some other fun, quirky stuff. I buy the weird stuff. What was I saying? Oh, the steakhouse. It was called Bill's Steakhouse, and it was so good. You could cut the steaks. We each got a ribeye. I didn't care for their french fries, but the salad was good. But you could cut their steaks with a fork. It just fell apart. And I ate half of it. I have the other half in the fridge for later. I'm so excited. And then we had at the one, I wanted to say estate sale, but we didn't go to the one antique mall. There was an Amish lady inside, and she was selling baked goods. So we got a raspberry pie. We got homemade peanut brittle, which we tried in the car, and it was really good. And then we each got a bag of cookies. I got peanut butter cookies. He got oatmeal raisin cookies. They were kind of dry. So we think we're going to give the cookies to the deer because they're a little bit too dry. They'd be good if you drink coffee or something and you could dip them. But anywho, how's everyone doing tonight? Hopefully good. I didn't buy a whole bunch of stuff, but I got some fun stuff. So I'm just going to jump right in and show you. Again, we went to, I think, 5 different stores. Wandered through. I got a set of vintage receipt books. I'm hoping somebody would want these for their junk journaling and scrapbooking, that sort of thing. I didn't even really open and look at them, but I think they're just regular old receipt books. And it's kind of fun because they are numbered, so you see a different number. So I thought those would be fun. I got 3 of those. Gino picked up these. These are old advertising combs, brand new in the package, and there's a set of them. They have the local advertising on the front here, Toledo, so it's local, and they each have a brand new comb inside. So he thought his grandmother worked on Adams Street, and this is old. The phone number is 7522. So there's a bunch of different combs, some old advertising. He threw those in there. I always see these peanut butter jar tins, and they're never where I can afford to buy them. They're always more expensive. But today I found one in my price range. It's a little faded, but hey, it's a peanut butter tin. It's the Sheds peanut butter tin. The elephant. It's got little pixies on it. The gorilla. And it has its lid, which is awesome. It just needs to be wiped down. It's a little dusty. But hey, 5-pound Sheds peanut butter tin. Great graphics on it. I love the giraffe. But look at the little pixies. So I thought that was kind of fun. I did grab that. I never find those where I can afford to buy them. They're always expensive. And then we always go to this lady's booth. This stuff is not old. It's reproduction stuff, and she makes some of it. Whew, that is old. She makes these little pillows, and I've got a little collection of the egg dye, so I did get one of the little pillows. Hi, Kim. I'm going to set it on with my Easter decorations upstairs on my shelf. And then she also carries the vintage Beistel stuff. So I got the jack-o'-lantern guy, and the date is in his eyes. So you turn it, and it's a fortune thing. I don't know. I got that. You know how Beistel's doing the reproduction stuff. She also, that's where I got my Beistel die cuts last year. She had 3 of the cats left, so I did grab those of the little tiny Beistels. And then she makes little wood cutout stuff. I'll show you all the different stuff she makes. So these are hangers. I thought the Pez one was super cute. It's just a wood, and she puts the graphic on there. Oh, I got this fan going because, my God, it got so hot today. Oh, thank you, Kim. It got like in this, I would say the 70s today because the storms are coming in. So I think it's coming from the south. So we had all this warm air, and I wore a sweatshirt. I was freaking dying. But the wind is crazy. These are little wood cutouts. I thought these would be really cute for your junk journals and your scrapbooks, or you could use them. They are an ornament, but I thought she was adorable. I just grabbed a bunch of different ones that I liked. I got this Easter Bunny one. This Easter Bunny with the colored eggs. Thought I had a couple more, but maybe no. And then she makes vintage inspired cards. I don't know if she scans old cards and then makes new cards, but they're super cute. I'll show you. So these come with an envelope, and she does a really good job. Isn't that adorable? I got mostly snowman stuff. The graphic on these are just so cute. Yeah, I did get all snowman stuff. So the vintage cards from her. I always got to buy stuff from her booth. She has such cute stuff. See if I can make it in this garbage can over here. I did. Woo-hoo. And then the other thing I bought is an actual vintage. They're cute, right? She carries vintage stuff in her booth as well, but her booth was pretty picked over. But I did get a really cute bottle from her for Easter. I made that one too. Look at me go. It is a Brer Rabbit molasses bottle. Super cute paper label. I didn't know it was made by Del Monte. Is there an expiration date on this? I don't know. I just really like the graphic on this. For Easter, you could fill it up with jelly beans or something just to display. Something colorful would be really cute in it. So I grabbed that. And then, like I said, I didn't get a whole lot today, but I did get some fun items. The first antique mall we went to, I only bought two cards. Oh, you did? Yeah, these two vintage cards. All right. Well, I wasn't sure how old the molasses bottle is, but I like the graphics, so I picked it up. Now, these are Nippon, I think. Oh, I was about to get mad. I thought it was broke, but it's not. Whew. I was like, you looked that over and you still missed it. How many? I thought there were 6. Hold on 1 second. Let me just unwrap them. She used the worst paper to wrap this stuff. It's like super thick stuff. Okay, but I missed those. There's the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I must have 5 of them. Okie dokie. I'm gonna make this. No, I did not. All right. First up, I missed. These, I think they're Nippon. She took the tag that was on there, so who knows. But I got a whole little stack of them. They're gorgeous. They're very Art Nouveau style. Little dishes. They have the little feet on the bottom. Now, are these for your fingertips? You put water in them at the table? Am I right or no? Am I totally off? Like at your place settings, everyone will get one to dip their fingers in, or no? What are these? You could use them for sauce, like soy sauce or barbecue sauce, something like that. But they're super fancy. They're all the same. They have the gold detail and the flowers, very Art Nouveau. I want to say they were marked Nippon. I have 5 of them. I think there was probably 6 at one time, but I only have 5, but still. Love them. They'd be cute on your counter to put your rings in. You could use it as salt, yes. You put some ranch in there for your nuggets. Well, I would put honey in there for my nuggets because I like honey on my nuggets. And if you have not tried it, you need to. But they're just really pretty. I got the whole set for a good price. I like them. Put some ranch in there, bug. You could. You could. Then this milk glass. You see, is it in there? Well, how does this come off? I don't know how to get the lid off. That's how. It's in there. It smells like something you would put on a baby. It is Diaper-X. I've got to clean it. Still has its paper label. It's made out of Detroit. Milk glass with the metal lid. Super cute graphic on there of a baby. I like how it says Detroit in the corner there. From Belmess Diaper-X. 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 Diaper-X? Diaper-X? Diaper-X. I don't know. Apply freely after each diaper change and to area cause skin irritations. Oh wait, I skipped. To area affected by chafing, heat rash, prickly heat, and other externally caused skin irritations. Boric acid, zinc oxide, zinc something, balsam, I don't know. Diaper rash cream. I like the graphic on it, and I like that it's an old milk glass jar. Then Gino added this to the cart. It's an old postcard from 1911. It's got Cupid on there. It's a Valentine one. Well, yes, we've been gone since this morning. It's 8 o'clock here. My goodness. I'm just doing a quick haul. Well, I don't know how quick it is to go through all this, but. And I'll show you what that is. Now look at this. It's metal. It's a paint tin, paint box. I like the space theme on it. It does have a little bit of rust in each of the corners up top, but overall pretty good condition. Let me take the tape off. We had her put some tape on it so it didn't open up in the car. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to wipe this off. I've been singing the whole way home. Like songs I haven't heard since like the 90s, it seems. And I still knew the words. Lucky Gino. He got to experience that and the cars going by. Because I have all my dance moves in the front seat too. Okay. There's one teeny tiny little piece of tape that's not. There it goes. I got it. It's stuck to me. Get off. Get off me. Ugh. Okay, ready? So it has some of the paint inside, which is wonderful. 100 colors inside. I did pay up for this one, but I thought somebody might love the graphic, which I did too. The space graphic. It's just plain red on the back. But I just love it. If you put it up to display it, you can hear the paint kind of in there moving around. But for the most part, they're all in there. It's just this one little paint thing that's loose. So I got that. Yeah, I did. He escaped. I should have dropped him at Alcatraz. He's not a very good swimmer. We've been to Alcatraz out there. It's a lot smaller than you would think if you've never been there. But to get there, you got to go up this hill. It feels like you're walking straight up. And by the time you get to the top, you're so exhausted. You're like, I'm good. Like, I just want to sit down. And there's no place to sit. Oh, my gosh. That took it out of you. These I could not leave behind. I did pay up for the little fellas here, but I don't care. They are so cute. Still has the tag on it here. Let me see if I can get it off so you can get the full effect. The full effect. One of them has a repair, and we stood there for 5 minutes looking for it. We finally found it, but it's such a good repair that you can't tell. All right. You ready for cuteness? I've never seen these before. They're little seals. Look at, he's got his little fin behind his head. Got his little ball on the end, and then this one's got his ball. I love them. I think they're so cute. The repair is the end of his tail, but it looks like a wrinkle, like it's supposed to be there. Aren't they adorable? I think they are. Little baby seals with their little balls. That did sound good. I think they're adorable. All right. Then I got this jar of old Cracker Jacks toys. So we're going to go through those real quick. Let's see what we got. I don't know. This reminds me of the Rat Fink mouse, doesn't it? I think these are mostly Cracker Jacks toys in here. That looks like a Rat Fink mouse. This one, a little Scotty dog. There's a lot in here. We have a fish, a bird, perhaps a parrot. This one's adorable, especially for Easter. A bunny rabbit. Basketball player. This is a little chef guy here. This is like a Buddha guy or something. Another bunny rabbit in a slightly darker color. Got a whole jar of these. A ruler. Another chef guy in green. This looks like a Greyhound bus to me. Let me turn it so you can see it a little bit better. Not that that's any better. Oh, look at this little pencil. I love buying mystery jars and stuff because you don't know what's in there. We got a lobster. And these all look like the Cracker Jacks toys, right? This is like a soldier or something. I'm not sure on that one. We got a tropical fish here. Love the coloring on these. Almost looks like the slag glass, you know what I'm saying? And all of these will be for sale. We have a wrench, a Native American on horseback. This is a little lady. These are so cute if you have one of those wooden little trays with little openings to put them in there. I have some of them up on my shelf there. I've got the little circus ones, so I don't know if there's any one of those in here, but we'll see. We got a Pew Pew, a lantern, another little girl with her bucket. This is not one of them. This is a monkey. Ooh, another little chef guy here. What is this? I don't know what this one is. Maybe like a little pixie or something. Got a little hammer. This is some sort of a bulldog. Could be like a boxer. Look at the coloring in there. I love that. Football player dude. Another ruler. Telephone. I don't know how old these are, but a lot of these were made for charm bracelets. A little ducky. These are seashell animals. Those are going in a junk bag for someone. This is cool. Three little dogs wearing hats with little gem eyes. We have the alligators that I love. I have some of these up on my shelf. Very cool. And a bird. I guess it's a goose. Here's another bird. We got 3 Scotty dogs. 3 little white Scotty dogs. Hi, Simone. Hi, Betty. Little doggy dog. That's going to go in one of the junk things. A rooster. A lady missing a hand. She's going in the junk bag. Another one of those seashell animals. This is some sort of a top. That's going in there. I don't know what that is. Oh, the little monkeys. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. A bulldog. We're almost done with this jar. A cowboy. He's going to go in the junk bag. Another wrench thing. Chicken. A deer. He's going to go in the junk thing. And then more little doggies. So some of these are old, some of them are not. The ones that aren't old are going to go into a junk bag that I'm saving for someone. But if you saw any of the little Cracker Jacks toys you're interested in, just let me know. They're all for sale. Probably just like $1 or $2 a piece. If you're interested, I don't know the age on them, but they're pretty fun. I like stuff like that, just to display like small stuff. Those are very fun. I love the little bunnies and the gator. All right. Up next, I bought something for myself. It does have like an issue with it though. But let me show it to you without breaking it. I gotta see if Gino can fix it for me. I was tossed up about getting it because of this, and also I wasn't sure about the age. And I was trying to do an image, Google image search in the store, and there was no service. And so I was just kind of going on my gut. I think it's really pretty, but it does have a condition issue. Let me see if I can get the tape off of it real quick. Don't know where I'm going to put it. All right, this is the back of it. It does look old, but you can see they have a ribbon hooked on it. We have to fix the easel part of it. So I think what we're going to do is put a block of wood in here and screw a bracket to it so it keeps the easel open, because I just don't trust how it is. But I hope this is old. I did pay up for it. Let me show it to you. It's a mirror. I love the little frog on the lily pad and the flowers at the bottom with the lily pads. And then you go up and there's cattails on the side with the dragonfly. I kind of want to spray paint it gold, I'm not going to lie. I think it would be really pretty in gold. Gino thinks I should leave it as it is, but isn't that really pretty? It's so Art Nouveau looking. Was not able to find it, but I'm going to do some more research and see what I can find on it. But it is lovely. Do you guys like it? Hi, Keith. What do you think? I like it. Gino's like, well, if you leave it, you're never going to find it again. So that's why I got it. I thought it was really pretty. So hopefully you can get that fixed for me. Again, I don't know where I'm going to put it, but I liked it. And then the last thing I got is ephemera. A lot of ephemera. Oh. I don't know. I couldn't find anything on it. But again, we didn't have reception in there, so it was taking forever for it to load. So I just had to go off of like my gut feeling. All right. I bought a whole lot of cards in a shoebox. So I'm going to go through those real quick. I don't know if we got some good ones or if we got some crappy ones, but I guess we're going to figure it out. I think they're probably all used. This one is. So an Easter one. Oh, that one is cute. I didn't look at them. We got to this antique mall and they're like, we're closing in 15 minutes. And we looked at the door and we're like, says you're open till 4 or something. Well, we came in early, so we're going home early or something. And I'm like, that's kind of weird. So I only had 15 minutes to shop there. What did I get there? I got the cards and something else. I can't even remember what I got there. Oh, the jar. The jar of the toys. Some of these are really cute. These are great for your junk journals. Look at that. Cut them apart. Put the graphic in there. You can even pop them up with your pop dots. That's always fun. All of these are available to purchase. So if you see one you like or two, this one's got flocking on it. That one's cute. Kitty cats. That's adorable. That one, I don't know. Ooh, there are some new ones in here because this one's not used. I just created my eBay account, so some of these may end up on eBay. Look at this one. Adorable. I got an itch to like do some crafting. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll work on my junk journal a bit. I don't know what is down in here. What are these? I'm hoping there's some little surprises in here. These look like old Victorian cards. Yep. It's Victorian. These are Victorian too. Those are old. Some Christmas. Oh, this is a Valentine one. This one is a die cut. That's a die cut. That one's really pretty. This is pretty for what is the word? What is the holiday? I keep wanting to say March of Dimes, and that is not it. St. Patrick's Day. Not March of Dimes, it's St. Patrick's Day. Hence the St. Patrick's Day nails. Hello. It looks like this is just a mix of old and some newer ones. Because this is from Hallmark. This one's not old. Valentine. This is from 1950s. Look at this. That's an old one. This is Whitney made. This is a Whitney card. So I don't know what's all in here, but we're going to find out. This is another Whitney one here. We haven't even scratched the surface yet, you guys. Look at. Take a guess how much you paid for the whole box. Maybe you saw the price on it. That one's old. Look at this. Yeah, some of these Valentines are old. That one's beautiful. This one's beautiful. This is a 3D one. Peeking in the window. No. More than that, Kim. This is when you fold down and this pops out. You can see there's the perforation there. Pretty cute. More than that, Kim. Got some baby ones. Oh my gosh, look at this one. It's a little book. How adorable is that? Little rocket ship, a little space baby. Oh my goodness. That graphic is adorable on that. Lower. Lower than that. Close though. They had it marked 25 and I offered $20 for the whole box. You having a birthday? See, this is like from the 70s or something on this one. Probably not used. Some of them are new. They haven't been used. You want me to keep going on the cards? I got a whole box of them here. Oh, look at the snowman one. Has a crease in it. Oh, it's been taped on the inside. Yeah, it's a shame because it is so cute. This is Gino when he was little in his jammies. Dear, at Christmas time, it's got little glittery ornaments. This one's adorable. Got the mica glitter on it. So cute. I won't show you all of them. I'll just show you the ones that I like. That one is sweet. Is it open? You have a baby card. A baby card. Look at all the little babies. The little babies. Here comes Gino down the stairs. He ain't got no shirt on. Him's naked. Him is naked.
Sales have grown tremendously.
Yeah. Oh, this is a Victorian one here. Or I don't know if it's Victorian. Probably 30s. Not Victorian, but you know what I'm saying. I don't know. It's got the flowers and it opens up like this. Pretty nice. And a baby. A baby. There's a whole little lot of baby ones in the front here. You both are certainly justified to be absolutely bursting with pride. If you're listening, well, you probably be the only one here. Merry Christmas, Lucille. Oh, this is like a little Christmas book. Christmas. This one has the silk inside. Like a little silk pillow inside. Christmas. That's very sweet. Something like that you could cut, especially with the windows, and put pictures in the windows in your scrapbook or your junk journal. Someone made a homemade Christmas card. To my sweetheart. To my sweetheart in the service. Babies. Babies. Oh my gosh, this one is adorable. There's a creepy die cut without eyeballs. Look at this baby in this car. And then you fold it down and he's sitting on a blanket. How cute is that? Babies. There's a bunch of baby ones in the front here. This one's got fairies on it with the baby. With the mica glitter and gold. That one's sweet. Babies. Do you know that I bought this card? Somebody crafted with it. They did decoupage at Christmas time because I liked the way the graphic. So I have this in my Christmas decor. It's decoupaged on a piece of wood. But here's the actual card. That's pretty funny. This is beautiful. These are usually from the 1930s. Yeah, 1928. So 20s and 30s, these graphics they did on these cards, you could frame them. Really beautiful. If you're just popping in here, I bought a whole box of greeting cards, vintage greeting cards. So I'm just going through them because I don't know what's in here. So if you like greeting cards, that's fine. If not, you're probably going to get bored. Some of them are like newer, like 70s style. Some of them are Victorian time. This one is 1935 in the envelope. That's really cool. Got the whole letter on the back. But that's adorable with them sitting in front of the fire with the little dogs. This is something that you could frame. It's amazing. I paid $20 for the whole box. I wasn't sure what I was going to find in here because I was seeing a lot of newer stuff. I'm just going to put those in a bulk type thing for whoever wants to buy them if they scrapbook or craft with them. So some of these will be like a bulk bag, the newer ones. Some of them are used, some of them aren't. I don't know this is weird. They made a letter by cutting out bits of a magazine. Hiya, Toots. Dear Light, dear something. Got to thinking about you while I was painting the town Lucky. And then it's cutting a heart and wishing you were here. Kind of interested, right? Look at that. Maybe they were in the service or something and sent that. So the newer cards, I'm just pulling them and putting them to the side. Make a big pile of them. Oh, someone must have lost their dog. Yep. Isn't that beautiful? It's, what do you call it? I can't remember the word. My brain's not working. I want to say embellish, and that's not the word. But that's a really, really neat graphic. We have 1949 Christmas bear card. On your birthday, they do it in Burma, Peru, and Japan. Oh my God. They do it in Egypt and Spain and Iran. Way out in space and down under the sea. Look at that space graphic. In jungles, on deserts, by the old Zoot or Z, in houses of ice, and even adobe, and teepees out west, and in huts in Nairobi. They do it in snowstorms or when the sky's blue. Everyone does it, so why shouldn't you? Have a happy birthday. That one's pretty cute. All the little graphics. I have to say, I love that little space one right there. That one's cute. This one's wrapped in plastic. For you, mother dear. This one's wrapped in plastic too. Cute graphic for Mother's Day. This one's very 70s. This is an Easter one. It's an old Hallmark style card, and these pop out. Yeah, they pop out of the card. I think he's supposed to stick up. Christmas. Look at that one. Really cute. And the graphic inside too. If you like cards, old greeting cards, all of these are going to be available to purchase. There's a little Dutch one. My brother. I'm not going to show them all because it's just too much. But I am going to sort these as I go. Little mouse. Does anybody here junk journal? And do you use this kind of stuff for your junk journals? Woo. I keep looking, hoping I'm going to find some money in the card. Nothing yet. Another sympathy card. Thinking of you in sympathy. My mother at Christmas. That one's weird. Sympathy, sympathy. Merry Christmas. You do sometimes? Oh, this one's adorable. And he pops out. You can see he's kind of popped out there. I think something's supposed to go through there. Oh, the doggy is. His head goes through there. That one's cute. My junk journal, I don't really know how to do it like, um, what do you want to say, like professionally. I did show it the other day, um, and it's just kind of a mess. I have it right here. Woo! But I thought it'd be fun to go live tomorrow and see. I think I probably need a new book though because of how fat it is. It doesn't even close. And I just used, see, I didn't create my own book. That's where I get confused because I don't know how to do that part. So I just started like doing my own thing, but I just used a notebook. I have old books and old greeting cards and doilies and little fabric books. I just cut a picture out of a book, and then this is a doily I cut and made it kind of fringy as like my. I haven't wrote anything in here yet, but like my front page, right? So you could use these greeting cards for that. I used, this is out of a children's book. And then I made a little pocket here. I've got stuff in the pocket. I don't even know what's in there. I did this like 3-4 years ago. I don't know. I got stuff in the pocket. And that's a pocket there I've got stuff in. I just did it by myself, like came up with my own. I don't know if I did it right. But anyway, you can see that's a little pocket. I got stuff tucked in there. I love children's books, so I used a lot of children's books. There's pictures of me and Gino. Yeah, and it's like I forget the name of this book, but it's like a Little Bear book or something. I don't know. It was kind of falling apart. Part of it had water damage, so I just used it. I don't know where I even got some of this stuff. This probably came out of a magazine. Little bits and pieces of everything. We got Bambi in there. Oh, that's a pocket I must have made here. I printed out this Walt Disney letter. I thought was so cool. And I tucked that in there, and there's a doily and some other things in there. I haven't wrote in it or did anything in it yet. This is a greeting card. That's an old Oz book that I cut pictures out. Either that or I got them off the internet. I can't even remember. That's another one I did a doily, and that's out of an old book. There's the Wizard of Oz sheet. I showed this briefly the other night, but I haven't really looked at this in a long time. This is a book cover, and the book was totally falling apart. The only good part of it was the cover, and so I was able to save some of it. It's very relaxing just to have bits and, you know, I think I put that near where we lived. An old map. Greeting cards are a great thing to use. Bits and pieces of old magazines and tickets and advertisements. Sheet music. See, here's another. I used a lot of that bear book and a lot of this one too. Just fun, relaxing. I love the Richard Scarry stuff too. I just worked with what I had. Oh, she's supposed to be in here somewhere. Curious George, and then I did Elf. I beamed him up to a box of crayons. And then we did a Bambi page. And I made the owl pop off the page there. So he's flying in. And I think the bunny too. The bunny's top dotted. And the skunk. That's a greeting card. That's a greeting card. I literally don't even remember making any of this. Button and a tag. This is one of my favorite illustrators. And then I had some little playing cards, little Disney ones. That's that same illustrator. He does that duck one. I don't even know how much is in here. Magazine bits, lots of labels, children's books, tags. I think I was working on this Bambi one. That might be the last one. Yeah, I think this book is pretty full though. Like, you'd have to tie a ribbon around it, but I haven't wrote in it or anything. But it's fun to just create something from nothing, right? An old book, reading cards, scraps from a magazine. So I might go live tomorrow and just work on a junk journal. I might incorporate some of these greeting cards in there and just use what I have, right? Cheerio. This one's cute. 2-year-old, that one's blocked. I think it was pretty good a deal for this whole box. There's some good ones in here. I wasn't sure if it was going to be like a lot of new cards, but when I get down in there, there's some older ones. There's quite a few new ones, but I'm going to sort as I go here. Lots of Christmas ones. Hi, William. Look at the rainbow candles. I like it when you see like something mid-century, like decoration that, you know, like a swung vase or something on one of the cards. Kind of fun. Ouch. This one's got netting on it. There's some great graphics on these cards, though. Lots of Christmas ones. Ooh, this one's pretty. Hi, William. That's another like 1920s or 30s card. Cute little doggies. This one's amazing. Look at the graphic on this with the snowman. I don't see a date on it. Beautifully, it would look really beautiful framed. William, I got this whole box of greeting cards for a great price. And we still have quite a few in here. This is the medics welcome you to Covington. A Very Merry Christmas 1944. Menu. Sandwiches. pickles, potato chips, fruit cake, fruit cocktails, apples and oranges. They spelled oranges wrong. Sweets, coffee, beer, punch, and Coca-Cola. So they have their menu there. It's pretty funny. Ooh, it looks like there's a Victorian die cut one that, like a honeycomb style one in there, I think. It looks like it's kind of smushed. Yeah, it's some pieces in there. That's too bad. I'm just sorting through the old from the new. Oh, look at these. These would be cute in a junk journal. Look at the squirrel, a little mouse. These are little note cards. This one. Those are adorable. I wanted to find some more of those like 1950s style. Oh, this one has a letter and a picture. Oh my goodness. There's a picture. To my love. Oh my goodness. Okay. To my love, Troy was only 75 when he went away. My husband for 53 years that I loved. So even the pain and suffering he endured, he kept hid so others wouldn't know, and no one knew the fear he faced with each approaching day, only to know the dreams he embraced would be lost along the way. Tears still fill my eyes as memories come with his smiling face. I see the laughter that once filled our home from him no more will be. Now that days have passed, and still I cry. My love for him is so deep. I tell myself he did not die, he just went off to sleep. So now I am so alone and blue, and maybe I do need something to continue life without you. I miss you, and you will always be my love, Helen. Oh my God. This whole letter from Helen, and this is Helen. This was in one of the cards. Now I got to find what card it goes to. That's not it. Poor Helen. Oh my goodness. I am deal with. This is it. This is the card. Oh, I'm going to keep that in there. I deal with people that have, like, spouses that have lost their loved ones and they've been married 50, 60 years, and they call up and it's like, oh, pretty sad, because that's all you've known for that many years, and now that person's not there anymore. And some of them just don't even know how to do anything because their husband or their wife took care of everything for them. I know. I tucked it back into the card, so it's pretty sad. I know that bothers Gino when we go to estate sales and there's family albums. He's like, no, like no one in the family wanted that. Weird. Pretty weird. That one's pretty. It's heartbreaking though. It really is. But it's like nothing you say is gonna bring them back. But sometimes I'll say like a little something to them, like, lady called in and she was crying on the phone. And she's like, I still can't get over, him being gone. And she was still crying. And I said, that great grief that you have is only born of great love. And she started crying even more. And then I was like, oh my God. And she's like, I've never heard that before. Thank you so much. And it made me a little teary eyed. I'm like, oh my gosh. So, pretty sad though. All right. So I am going through now and just kind of sorting them out. I'm still thinking, oh, look at the little elephant. That's adorable. Baby. Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. Lots of Christmas. Lots of baby. Happy birthday. All of these cards are available. Yeah. Well, I don't have any children, so Lord knows when I go. I'm like, I am going to be cremated. I've already have our plot because you know what I don't want to happen is end up in a coffee can at a garage sale. I'm just saying. I will be cremated and buried in my plot because you're not putting me in a damn garage sale and then somebody dumps me out somewhere. No, thank you. This one's cute. They're doing a, what is that called? I want to say hokey pokey. Oh. Yeah. Kind of a weird situation because I don't think the kids nowadays, they don't want anything. And nobody wants to be buried anymore. Everyone wants to be cremated so you find that a lot of, oh, it's a little handbag. This is a handbag. I think. Yeah, I think it is. A little handbag. So a lot of like the funeral homes and stuff are closing, at least around here. You know how it changes, right? Each generation does things a little bit different. That's a really cute graphic. I would definitely use this in my junk journal. I would cut off the fine boy and I would put something else in his hand. Adorable. This one's cute. You know what I loved doing when I lived out in California is collages. It's a long story, but what the heck, we got time. So we bought plots. My mom, when she passed away, left 2 plots, I think, in the cemetery. Well, we wanted to get more so everyone could be buried together. So we sold those 2 plots, and in this local cemetery, we bought 6 plots, I think it was. Because we all wanted to be together, and, we thought some of our family would want to go there. We started making payments on them. We lived out in California. They're expensive. So we were making payments. Gosh, we were probably paying them for like 4 years. And one day, the guy that runs the cemetery called us and said, hey, by the way, we have to move you because those plots that you bought, they're on top of a sewer line. And I was pissed. I was like, if your job is to dig freaking holes, you need to know where all your stuff is, like all of your utilities. You should know where those are. Why did you even sell us those plots if there's a sewer line there? Oh my God, I was so pissed. And then there was no available spots to fit that many people. And he's like, well, we can fit you over here behind the Ottawa Hills sign. We can fit you behind the sign. I was like, hell no. And then he's like, well, we can get you over here along this road. It was just like there was no spots to fit 6 people. And so we were like, we want a refund for all that we paid and interest and blah, 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 blah. He gave me the runaround for months. Months. The dude, because I was a girl, apparently, I was pissed too. Like, I know a lot of bad words, and I think I was using all of them. Like, when I would call in, he was not there type thing. You know what I mean? Because I can get a little spicy. And so Gino had to take over. And let me tell you, we had that money back in a week. Because Gino was not playing at that point. And so we got all of our money back, and we went over to this other cemetery. We can throw away the stuff that's not family items. I'm making my will to state that they have to call. Oh my goodness. So we ended up getting, this is where the story gets funny. We go to this other cemetery, Toledo Memorial. It's bigger, it's nicer. I don't know why we didn't go there to begin with. They have, I'm looking and I'm like, oh my gosh, they have estate plots. What the heck? Huge, like, little estate plots for what we were paying over here for this. Like, there wasn't much difference, maybe a little bit more. There was more of a difference. But they were running a sale on them. And it was the last week for the sale. Anyway, we got the last estate plot overlooking a little lake. Behind us, we're all in our little area here along the lake. The road winds around. There's a ravine behind us, so there's nobody behind us. So then, Gino, you're in here, did not read the small print, and we bought the estate plot. It holds 12 people. 12 plots, however, you can put 24 people there because 2 people can go in each plot, depending on if it's 2 cremations or a burial and cremation. Anyway, it can hold 24 people, but there's spots for 12. No, you read it. So he buys this. We end up paying it off, and they're like, hey, you need to put a monument on here. And we're like, okay. Oh, no. It has to be, how long? Either 10 or 12 feet long monument within their thing. And we're like, huh? And they're like, yeah, you have to have a monument. And we're like, we did not know that. And they're like, well, it's in your contract or whatever. So yes, we had to buy a huge ass monument. We've been trying to get this monument done for what, 5 years, 6 years? We lived in California at the time, going back and forth with someone over the phone. When we would come into town, we would go there and be like, this is what we want. I send her pictures. She sends me back stuff. That's not what we want. We don't want cartoon. We want realistic. It goes back and forth. Finally, the vice president of the cemetery gets involved. And anyway, here we are. We started in 2018. There you go. That's when we started. Finally, we get the monument. It's being made in India and it has to come over. We can't get it made here because all the carving gets done in India. Well, they get it, and we're waiting. Like, they're not responding to anything in India. So now another year passes. Finally, we're like, hey, if you're not making this, because they're sitting on our deposit now since 2018. We're like, we're done. We're just going to do something else. So that kicked them in gear, so they got it done. Well, they sent it here, finally gets here last summer, and it's the wrong base. Oh my God. It's a freaking mess, William. It is. So now it's way more expensive than it was in 2018. The cemetery is having to make up the difference because we're like, hey, we got to sign contract. This is what we're paying. And he's like, well, we'll take care of it. Then it gets here. It's sitting at the cemetery in pieces because the base that they sent to hold it, because it's how big, Gino? 10 feet long or something. They sent the base is too small. So then they had to get a new base from India, and that's what we're waiting for now to go there. But then the cemetery realized, hey, this is bigger than we thought. We need to pour a new concrete thing. And so they had to pour it's just a freaking mess. We drive by there like every other week, kind of looking, because they don't really tell us what's going on because they don't know what's going on. But we have like designed this beautiful monument that we had to get. And it's sitting there in pieces. Like our rabbit that goes on it is in the lady's office. The deer that lays in front is in some barn. The tree is there. It's like it's all over the place. I'm like, holy crap. No, you would think so, William, right? And here's the kicker. The cemetery will not tell us who is doing the work. So we couldn't reach out to them, but the cemetery wasn't reaching out to them, and we were just at a standstill because they're not doing what they're supposed to. It was a freaking mess. But hopefully, yeah, the base will be here soon since the weather's getting nice, and then they can put it all together. And once they do, I'll show you a picture. It's really pretty. We designed it, and this is funny though. This is the funny part. We designed it to incorporate our family. I have a ladybug on there for my mom, a butterfly for my grandmother. The 3 eggs in the nest represent me and my siblings, and Gino and his siblings. Like, we've got our name carved in the tree, or our initials. We have a squirrel for his dad, flowers for his mom. So we've incorporated all of the family. Now, none of our family wants to go there. None of Gino's family, none of my family. So we have 24 spaces there, and it's just me and Gino. My mom and her husband are buried there already, and then my grandmother and my dad. So it's been a whole big freaking mess. Yeah, they need to use pirate ship, right? It's just crazy. They hand carve it in India. I guess they don't do any of that carving here. At least that's what they told us. I don't know if that's true, but that's what they told us. And we didn't have to pay for the shipping because that's where they ordered it from. Crazy, right? That one's cute. Look at this. Oh. Little mouse. Cute. Oh, that one's ripped. I wonder if you could somehow save this little bunny on the side. It's gold tape. Too bad. You get quite a few cards in here. I got this whole box for 20 bucks. It's a little handmade one. Here's a piggy bank. Ah! This one's from the 1950s. Oh, it's an actual piggy bank. You can put money in there and it stands up and it goes into the bag. But anyway, we have to finish taking care of that before we can even get our markers. That's just the monument. That's not our markers that go in the ground. And then you got to pay for opening and closing and then all your funeral. It's so freaking expensive. I still have my dad and my grandma upstairs in my memorial cabinet. We're still waiting for my dad's marker to come in. My grandma's is there. And so then we have to do an opening and closing for them. They're cremated, but I want them put there because I don't want them, once I'm gone, to end up in a garage sale. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good deal too. There's some really cute ones here that people can craft with. This one's flocked. I was once at an antique mall, and Gino will tell you, I liked this beautiful vase. Turns out there was a dead person in there. They're like, we can't sell that. We realized that it's got cremains in it. And I'm like, what? And then my dad was he was just very country. And when my uncle passed away, my Uncle Buddy, there was nobody, I don't know if I should even tell the story. My dad drove around with my Uncle Buddy in a coffee can in his truck for years because he didn't want to pay the opening and closing to bury him with his parents. So my dad was the type, he said, I'll just go in there one night and dig a hole and put him there with them. And I think that's probably what he did because we don't know where Buddy ended up. My dad passed away. So Buddy could be in a coffee can somewhere. I don't know. Uncle Buddy could be on a shelf in someone's garage, or, you know, you just don't know what happens after you go. You have urns sitting on a shelf. See? I know. I have my dad and my grandma upstairs. When my stepdad passed away, he was buried. So I took my mom's ashes and I put them in a beautiful urn that I found at an antique store. I had the lady put her in there, and then I put her in with him when he was buried. So they're together. But my grandma and my dad, we have to bury in their urns. But the weird thing is my grandma and my dad hated each other. So we have to figure out how to put them separate. Aw. A small country church. That's nice. That's an Easter one. Easter greetings. Ooh, that one. Look at this. This is from 1918. That's pretty. 1906 on this one. That one's got some discoloration on it. That's an Easter bunny. That one's cute. I love the graphic on that one. Be fun. So the newer ones, I'm just going to put in a lot and sell them for people to craft with. The older ones. Oh, look at this one. Yeah, $3 on that one. Well, Easter, I'm going to pull it out. There's really some nice cards here in this lot. I'm glad I picked it up. Does that move? Oh, wait. How is this opening? I think it moves somehow. There's a little opening here. I think his bill moves somehow. I don't know. $19.41 on that one. Pretty, pretty, pretty. These are newer. Cozy as ever. Some wedding ones. Pretty nice. Anyway, okay, we got through all of them. I didn't show you a lot of them because, gosh, you're already bored. I can just imagine. But we got some good ones here. And all of this is available for purchase except for the mirror, because I really don't want to ship that. And I'm going to have to do some investigating on it to see if it's like really old or what it is. I remember seeing a YouTuber who bought a beautiful urn at Goodwill. Yes, was that Jocelyn? Jocelyn found something one time. I think it had ashes in it. I think Ariana has too, right? I think Ariana has found something like that. Well, I just went through all of these, so you missed it. There's one stack. That's all vintage. And here's the other stack of vintage. And then this is all newer cards. Not new, probably like 70s, 80s. There's some really cool ones here for sure. I love these older ones. They're super duper cute. Lots of baby cards. I just love the graphic on that. If you cut it out, so it's just the little stork, that would be so cute. I don't know. I'm a sucker for that, for the graphics. I'm a sucker for the graphics. Look at the ruffle on this. Don't know. Anywho, well, they are vintage now. You're too funny. That is everything I got. You got all the fun little Cracker Jacks toys, the diaper cream, the Nippon. It's a little bit of a mixture of stuff today, right? If anybody's interested in vintage cards, I got you covered. For sure. I think I'm going to be doing an ephemera sale soon where I just stand over there at my, all my ephemera. It's just a hot mess over there right now. And just sell things. If you like ephemera, we could do that. Is anybody doing anything fun this weekend? I don't have to pack up orders tomorrow, so that's weird. Look at this card. See how it's a little, the glittery comes through there, but look at how they did it. There is a huge mica glitter square behind it. That's pretty wacky, huh? I think I might hop on tomorrow and maybe do a craft. I don't know what I'm going to use for a book because I don't know if I can fit any more in that one, but I'll try and figure it out. Or maybe I'll just do some pages. So if you have a craft, and I will be doing a felt along with Tammy, Margot, and Dee. I'm going to show them how to make how to felt. I don't know, William. Do you want me to bring the cards? I can do an ephemera sale on Thursday. I haven't set up for my sale yet, so I probably should do an ephemera sale. There's some Victorian cards that are in here. There's a mixture of stuff, man. Vintage Valentines. There's a mess on my table right now. You want to repurpose all those cards. Well, we should do a sale then. I have a ton of ephemera stuff. All kinds. So maybe I'll do that. I don't know if I'm going to do it over there or over here, but we'll figure it out. I'm going to work on that tomorrow. I wish my friends' works go back to Wednesday nights. Oh, you're talking about Enamor Amy and yeah, me too. I'm on Thursday nights and they moved to my time slot, so makes it a little difficult because I know a few people who go to their sales, but they used to hang out with me. No, she actually goes between the sales, but I know it's like, what night is it? I think it's Tuesday night. Alex and Aaron are on, and then Ariana. So it's when they overlap, it makes it hard. But there's just so many hours in a day, and so I understand. But it was kind of a pisser, for sure. because I watched them and I bought stuff from them too. No more of that. I can't. I can. Ooh, look at my poof. Oh, wait. I wonder if I can make it into a heart. It's like the Queen of Hearts. It didn't work. You should have saw my poof on the way home when I was singing those songs. Back streets back, all right. And then I was doing bye, bye, bye. Gino's like, oh my God. And I turned to him and I said, because I have some dance moves, let me tell you. I was doing the dance moves. And I've got some good ones. And I said, 1 to 10, how would you rate my dance moves? And he said, a 3. And I was like, no, 10 is high, 1 is low. And he said, I know. And I was like, oh, okay. And I said, how would you rate my vocals? Because I sing every word in every song. And he said, a 3. I said, really? He goes, well, I didn't want to give you a 1. So I sang louder. I did. Gave him the magic finger. But my poof, man, it was having a go in the car. That station plays like the 90s and songs I haven't heard since back in the day when I was out like clubbing, right? If you could call it that. It was go out, dance, and sweat a lot, eat breakfast, and go home basically. But some of the songs I haven't heard. Sophie B. Hawkins, I have not heard her since the 90s. I knew every word. Fly like a bird, only fly away. Oh no, I'm like a bird, only fly. That one is Nelly something. Furtado. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I knew every word to that song. En Vogue came on. That was my jam. Then we had, like Goo Goo Dolls. That's a good station. Damn, I wish I was your love. And then Backstreet Boys. It was good radio. On the way there, we listened to the rock station, which is like Gino's. I do like rock and roll, but more like hair bands and like classic rock. Some of these songs he was listening to, I've never heard in my life, and they are just weird. And it's like, he's like, do you know this song? I'm like, no. You will in a minute. Just listen. And I'm like, I still don't know what it was. And then I was like, is this what did I say? I didn't say Billy Idol. It wasn't Billy Idol. It was something else. Someone else. And it wasn't. It was Tom Petty. I'm like, that's what I meant. He's like, you got him messed up with Tom Petty. I'm like, that's what I meant was Tom Petty. Aw, thank you, Kim. Oh, good. Girl, if you need some vintage cards, I got you covered. All right, Kim, I'm going to get off here too. You guys have a great weekend. I'm going to set up for a sale tomorrow. I guess I'll do an ephemera sale. So next Thursday, if you want to join me, we'll do some vintage ephemera, all kinds of stuff. I have greeting cards, playing cards, just an assortment of cards. So, what time is it? It's already after 9. Oh my gosh. You have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I would appreciate it. I'm still at 920. I go between 923 and 920, but never break 1,000. It's just never going to happen. I can't tell you how long it took me to get to 900. So tell your friends, tell your neighbors, your mailman, and your gynecologist to follow me. I would appreciate it a lot. I don't know why I'm trying to get to 1,000 because it really doesn't matter, but I just feel like I need to hit 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you all have a great night, and we'll see you next time. Take care. And I'm not going to kiss my hand because it's full of dust from the card. So, bye, everyone. Bye, bye, bye.